from iStampin.com, and thank you for joining me today. I thought that I would try something different and do an introduction of the cards that I'm going to be making today. So this is the first card that we're going to be making. It's a cute birthday bow card, and it features the Bow Builder Punch that is brand new from our Occasions catalog. So why don't you come on into my stamping room and join me. Alright, so here's a close-up of the card that we're going to be making. As you can see, it's a sweet 3D bow card, so you can see that how the dimension of the bows really makes it stand out. And it's just super simple. It's just using our brand new Bow Builder Punch. So this is what it looks like. And you can find that on page 13, right down here in our Occasions catalog. So it's right down here in the corner. And it even has a video online how you can use it, but it's really simple. So today I'm going to be using a different stamp set. I'm going to be using Balloon Bash. I was at Stampin' Up! Leadership in Orlando last week and over the weekend, and we all received this stamp set, so I was really excited. So I'm going to use the hashtag Happy Birthday, if you can see that. Hashtag Happy Birthday. So that's going to go right underneath here. I'm going to use that instead of using this script font Happy Birthday. If you're curious about this stamp set, this is in our annual catalog, and it's called Endless Birthday Wishes. And so this is a photopolymer set. And so you can see all of the different script fonts as well as some typed script that you can customize, all different kind of sayings, and it's got a cute little hand-drawn birthday cake. So that's what I used on this sample, and then for the sample that I'm going to be making on camera, I'm going to be using Balloon Bash. So either one of these would be perfect to use. All right, so I've already done a little bit of prepping. First thing that I've already done is cut my cardstock. This is going to be a top folding card. So what I've done is just cut a piece of cardstock in half. So I measured at 4 1/4, and I cut it in half, and then I laid it horizontally and I scored it 5 1/2. So 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So that's what's going to give us our top folding card. And I have gone ahead and punched out part of the bows, and here I'm using the Birthday Bash Designer Series paper, the Specialty Designer Series paper. This again is in our Occasions catalog. And like I've said in my previous videos, if for any reason if you have not received an Occasions catalog and would like to take advantage of Celebration, just comment below and I will send you a catalog as soon as possible. For every $50 that you spend in the Occasions catalog or in our annual catalog, you're able to pick out a free item from our Celebration catalog, and that goes through the end of March. So just a little over just about 2 months left. Okay, so to use the Bow Builder Punch, you will need to punch out 2 bows. So you can see that I've punched out 2 bows here, 2 bows here, so I just need to punch out one more section with this Calypso Coral polka dot paper. And so what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to punch it out just like so. It's super easy. Now the one thing about this is you will get 2 of these bands. This is what you wrap around the bow here, the middle part. And so you only need 1 of these, so you'll just discard 1 of those. All right. Okay, so the next step is to get out your glue dots. I find glue dots to be the easiest, and your bone folder. And what you're going to want to do is just gently just run your bone folder on both edges of the bows. That just kind of gives it, that makes it a lot easier to curl. And with using the Designer Series paper, you don't want to put a whole lot of pressure on there. the paper's thin enough that it curls fairly easy. Now, if you're using cardstock, you'll want to give a little bit more pressure. And I'm just curling the, what's going to make the bows. I'm not curling the tails. If I was going to be using the bows for something that wasn't going to be going on a flat card, like if some kind of gift packaging, I would want to curl the bows just to kind of give it that dimension as well. So as you can see, it's very easy to do, and it's super fun to see how they come about. All right, so I'm just taking some glue dots, and I'm going to just press a glue dot on the edge, on one of the ends, and then you just fold together like so. And that's what gives us the bow. And you can kind of, you know, poof it up if you want it to be rounder. All right, so I'm just going to do that on all of the bows. And using the glue dots makes it really easy. Okay, so once you have gotten the two bows together, now what we're going to do is we're going to glue them together like here, so that it actually makes a full bow. So again, I'm just taking the glue dot and putting it on the back side of one of the pieces, like so, if you can see that glue dot right there. And now I'm just going to put it together like that. All right, and now the next step would be to take the centerpiece, and here again you may want to just kind of take your bone folder and just make it a little bit easier to curl around the centerpiece here. So again, just take your glue dot, and what I do is I just grab a glue dot on the very edge of the band, and I kind of put it in the middle. I position the band kind of in the middle of the paper so that when I curl it, I know that that glue dot is going to grab on the back like so. And so I'm just, you know, using my fingers to get a good crease right there. All right, and then again, I'm going to grab a glue dot and put it on the other end. And then just meet it in the back, like so. And the glue dots really hold this together well. All right, so there you've got that part of the bow done. And now the tails is really easy. You want to make sure you put the glue dots on the front of the tail, and then you can just position the tail however where you want it to be on your bow. I like them a little bit closer in, so usually what I'm doing is putting the glue dot right here, like I said, and matching it fairly closely to the band right there. Sorry for the blurriness. All right, so let's try this. So grab a glue dot, put it on, make sure you put it on the front of your tail, and then just attach it right there. And so what I'm going to do is when I get my next tail, I'm going to try to mimic the how far inward I've gone. Let's look at another one. So you're going to go through quite a bit of glue dots, which is just fine. All right, so I'm going to kind of position it where they are both equal. That looks about right. Whoops. Okay. And let me go in a little bit more. Up a little bit more. And I'm not pressing really hard on the glue dot, which is allowing me to, reposition it. Okay, so that looks good. And then there's your finished bow. Super simple, super easy. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for the other two bows, and I'll be right back when I'm done, okay, to finish making the card. Okay, so I've got all the bows made, and I just wanted to let you know that I found the design of this card. Actually, I am casing the design of this card from our Occasions catalog. So I saw this and I just thought it was just super cute, and I just wanted to make it for y'all. And so use our catalogs as idea books. If there's a really sweet design that you just absolutely love and are stuck with coming up with your own, flip through the catalogs and see if anything catches your eye, and just, you know, copy it or make a couple of changes. That's what they're there for. All right, so here again, just showing you a quick look of what the card looks like. So what I've found to be the easiest is to position these on the card so that I get good spacing, and then I'll do my stamping. I found that to be the easiest way to do this. So I'm gonna have the bows be about that far apart. I want them in the middle and centered on the card, and that looks pretty good right there. Okay, I want to make sure that the happy birthday is lined up correctly, lined up straight. So I like to use the lines on the grid paper to help me do that. And then from there, I just pick up the stamp from my acrylic block. Okay, so I've got my stamp on the block, and because I just want to just get this very bottom part, I'm going to mask off the top part of the stamp. And if you aren't familiar with this this technique, I just use some Post-it notes, and then the sticky part on the Post-it note, I just cover the part of the stamp that I do not want to ink. I tried using my Stampin' Write marker, and I wasn't happy with the ink coverage, so I'm going to be using my stamp pad. So Bermuda Bay is the color that I'm using today, and then you just lightly tap it into the ink, and then what you'll do is you'll just remove this part. So as you can see, the Post-it note has kept this part clean, so that's a fun technique if you haven't ever seen that before. So I'm going to bring my card back in here, and I'm going to go ahead and just remove those two bows, keeping this bow where I positioned it. Move that up a little bit. And now I'm going to remove this because I can have a good idea. And then you're just, let's see, make that turn this way. And you're just going to go down and up. So you can see what a cute birthday saying that is. And I got oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't put my Stampin' Pierce mat behind there. So y'all know that I like my Stampin' Pierce mat. I was lucky and I got a good impression, but always make sure you put that in there. You know that I like that. And I got a good tip at Leadership about the photopolymer. I had to laugh because I did this and I've seen some of my customers do it, that when you push down, you don't want to push, the lady demonstrating it said, you know, don't push it down like you're smushing a bug. Because I've seen some people do that. They put a lot of pressure on their photopolymer stamps, and they just kind of get like this smeared look, and they're like, what happened? So you just want to give it a gentle push, just like your red rubber stamps. So I thought that was kind of funny. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to, oh, actually, you know what I want to do first before I do that? I am going to put I'm going to outline the card, and I've done it both ways. This one I used a ruler and outlined it, and I've also done it freehand, and I was not happy with the way that I did it freehand. So I'm going to go ahead and use my ruler, and I'm using Bermuda Bay Stampin' Write marker. I'm going to be using the thin end. If you aren't familiar with our markers, these are water-based, so you can watercolor with them. But you have a fine tip point and a brush point. So the brush point is what you use to color in stamps, and then the fine point you can use for journaling, you can use for fine detail work, and so that's what I'm going to be using for drawing the lines. And so I think I just went in like an 1/8 of an inch. I'm not quite sure. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's kind of gives it that homemade look. All right, so now I'm ready to glue my bows on the front of the card, and we will be done. Okay, so I'm just going to use my Tombow Mono Multi-Glue and just put a couple of dots on the back, not a whole lot. So if you have any questions on how to make this card, feel free to comment below, or you can get in touch with me at my website, which is www.istampin.com. I'm going to, I have a blog post up already, but I'm just wanted to make a process video so that y'all could see how this bow builder punch works. So there you go. If for any reason, if you do get any glue that oozes out, you can just wipe it off. The glue does dry clear though, so that's nice. So there you have it, ladies. How adorable is that card? You could just give this with a sweet gift to a young lady or to your best friend, and I think they would just be thrilled to receive something as cute as that. All right, thank you, ladies. Have a great day. Bye.